this morning, stand up and fight. Turn to your neighbor, say, you heard that sermon thing clearly. Shake your neighbor, say, you should look in your mercy and make me a vessel unto honor. Let me be an instrument in your hands, Lord. I submit myself to you, none of me, all of you. Let no flesh glory in your presence. I pray, Lord, that flesh will not be exalted by your spirit. I hide myself behind the cross, and I arm myself fully with the full armor of God. I declare myself armed and dangerous. Lord, that this will be a time of warfare in the camp of the enemy. And those people that agree with me, I pray, Lord, that you will prepare the spirit to be receptive. Amen. Oh my God, I say prepare the spirit to be receptive. Amen. Prepare the spirit to be receptive, Lord. That they will know you are God, and the church will shout, Amen. Can somebody give God a clap offering in the house? Hallelujah. To God be the glory. I owe all honor and majesty to my King Jesus, who saved me, all wretched like me, and is still working on my clay pot. I'm not there yet, but he's forming and making and molding me. I want to give him all the glory. I want to thank him for giving me the family that he gave me. My immediate family, my wife, my children, my sisters and brothers. I want to bless God, and I want to thank him for the church family. Amen. Amen. That through thick and thin, you continue to stand. In the midst of everything else, I want to tell you, I appreciate you. But why I appreciate you, I want you to make heaven. Amen. Amen. I cannot trade you for anything, because when I get to heaven, I want to ask questions if you put on boss a woman. First and foremost, I want to share with you on the subject matter, stand up and fight. I will not keep you long down while watching my time. The Bible says we've heard the story over and over, but before we go to the story, there is something that Jesus continuously says, and that is written in the book of, I didn't give it to the book there, Romans chapter 13 verse 11, and I want to read it for you here quickly. Romans chapter 13 verse 11. There is something that Jesus continued to say. Romans chapter 13 verse 11. The word of God says, and that knowing the time, that now it is hard time to awake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than we believed. Ephesians, let me run you quickly before I go on the board there. Ephesians chapter 5 verse 14. The word of God says, Ephesians 5:14. Ephesians 5:14, God says, wherefore he saith, awake thou that sleepest, and arise from the dead. Somebody say arise. Arise. Awake thou that sleepest. Somebody say awake thou that sleepest.
Awake thou that sleepest.
And arise from the dead.
And arise from the dead.
Shake somebody and say awake. The Bible says, and Christ shall give thee light. In other words, Christ will not give you light until you wake up. And when you wake up, he will not give you light until you arise. Because it's one thing to wake up, and it's another thing to arise. You can wake up and you are not rising. Because to arise is connected with movement. So you can be awakened and you're not moved. So he said, based upon two things. He said, when you awake, then you should arise, and then God will do his. So awake. And because of that, I want to awaken your conscience to awaken you to something that you feel it may be less important or you not pay attention to. And this story is a story that we have gone over and over. I think 2 Sundays ago I ministered the story on another thing. And this morning the Lord just brought back this story. And I said, the story will not tell this. Which one again? I want you to talk about this story. And he said, there's something about this story. Again, I want you to see. God is so much God that he has the ability to take just one word from a verse and he can give it 10,000 or more meanings. The Bible talks about this woman who we read Mark chapter 5 verse 25 to 26. Mark chapter 5 verse 25 to 34. I mean, anybody talks about this woman that they just didn't need. It's an exciting woman. A woman that was made from the womb, but she had a situation. And I believe that this woman was not born with this issue, because if she was, the Bible would have said it, because there's somewhere in the Bible, I think it's in John, either in John 9, where they say there was a man born blind. So the Bible referred to that man as being blind from birth until the disciples were concerned, and they asked Jesus question, who sinned? This man or his parent that he was born blind? But this woman, I believe life started to go from one point to another, and she started to advance, and one morning when she got up, something happened to her that shocked her. Unfortunately for her, it was not time for her cycle. Her cycle came unexpectedly, but I believe she thought, well, maybe age could be a factor. Maybe this period is just some irregular thing that will be fixed. Or maybe she may have reached her menopause, and so she was not expecting anything as a flow. But one morning she got up and she found out that there was a flow. And I believe she took it, well, I think it will just go, maybe if I'm old then, well, it's just some mistake. It's just some, the things the body trying to adjust in the midst of it, or maybe I have passed that and only to know, or my time have been over and only to know I'm experiencing it will go away. But it did not. It kept lingering. You see, there is something that she just didn't understand, which I want you to understand. That's why I put us in the story. I believe that this issue did not come up until this woman decided to go one step further and make her life better. And I want to say this to you as I go on, that as often as you stay where you are, everything will be all right. As often as you stay as broke as you are, as often as you stay in a poverty condition as you are, as often as you stay in a mediocre position as you are, everything will be all right. But as soon as you break away from where you came to where you decide to take on new territory, all hell break loose. Yes. This woman didn't have an issue, I believe, until she decided to take on a new territory. And one morning she decided there was a new issue that she had to settle. An issue that was not part of the agenda. Says Maria, there are times where some things will come that are not part of the agenda, but you cannot just ignore it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I believe she tried to not pay attention. But the more she tried to not pay attention, the worse it begins. If you want to know, let's go to scripture. Oh, you must realize what she didn't take into consideration is it just didn't start there. I don't believe it started there. I don't believe it started with her. You see, what we really need to realize is that if there's a fight in our lives, it just didn't start with us. If we go back to our family history, we will know that it first started a long time. Because most of the situation we may be faced with, it has been a fight that has come a long time. And so she was faced with something and didn't realize that what was happening to her was not just normal. You see, I want to admonish you that the devil is not after you. Tell somebody the devil is not after you. No. The devil is not after you. He's not. What the devil is after, there is something that you got.
That's it.
The devil goes for purpose. The devil goes for destiny. The devil goes for dream. The devil goes for vision. He does not go for the person. He goes for what's in the person.
That's it. Amen. That's it.
So she got up one morning and something that was not in the agenda happened. I don't know if somebody can identify with me on this point that one morning you got up and something that was not in your agenda just stepped right in. And every time you try to get rid of it, it seems to be coming from number 10 to number 1. Making a way. That when you think it will go out, it gets bigger, it gets worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. And this is what she had to deal with. And verse 20 it says, and had suffered many things. She has suffered many things. Now, she suffered many things in so many categories. But categories that were used is that, given her condition, she suffered many things, and also she suffered from the physicians. That means she went from one doctor to another doctor, all the major doctors she knew. And she got, the Bible said, and not only that, she spent all she had and was not getting better, but rather grew worse. She suffered from blood issue. She suffered many things, including the results of the physicians, including the loss of her finances, including her condition got worse. Oh my God. So what she did was she sat down. And everything else started to come. You see, what she did was she adjusted herself to the situation.
Yes, sir.
And she sat down and it pulled from her to her finances. And it brought her to that point of life. And some of us sitting down here may have accepted some things as normal and adjusted our lives to something that was never meant to be.
Yes, sir.
There was nowhere for issue of blood, but she adjusted herself to that way of life and can't and say it was normal. And sometimes there are things that will come in your life that you will look at and say, let me just adjust myself. Let this be my normal. And that was never meant to be. And so she adjusted herself. And so because she adjusted herself to that way of life, she was startled. Her name was blotted out.
Yes. So true.
Because she made a decision, her name was blotted out, and they named her according to her condition.
Yes, sir. So true.
Because everywhere she had to pass, she had to announce herself unclean.
Yes, sir.
Unclean. Unclean, because according to the Jewish custom, if you are receiving your prime, you are unclean until you go through the time of purification. Then you can be accepted. You can associate with people. You are defiled. So everywhere she had to announce unclean. 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 So they said, what made her unclean? And they said, because she had an issue of blood. So they said, the woman with an issue of blood coming. There are times you will announce your problem, and your problem will be named after you.
Yes, sir.
Your name will be forgotten, and your problem will be named after you because you sat down and you accepted it as normal. Oh my God. We're so careful again. You mean to say she sat there, and you mean to say you will just sit there and the enemies take your life, take your family, take your finances, take your dignity, take your integrity? She sat. She sat there with all fight. Everything was being taken. In 27, while sitting one morning, she heard. Somebody say, heard.
Heard.
Now, as I said before, I think I ministered on this, nobody will have come in that woman's house. It means that she had her ears outside her house. Because she was unclean. But because she had her ears outside, while sitting down, she heard, and the name she heard, I believe she had heard that name before, but at the time she heard it, she didn't have a problem. Why? Because when she heard that Jesus was passing that way, she didn't ask who is Jesus. That means to say when she was in the position, she heard about Jesus and heard about a miracle, but she didn't have a need. So she reserved the name in her memory because she didn't have a need. But when she was listening and she heard that need, at the time she heard the need, the next time she had a need. Now guess what? Maybe the time she heard the name, maybe the time she may have seen him was the time she didn't have a need, so she didn't do anything. But this trip that she heard his name and needed him, she had to do something. I wonder you getting what I'm saying there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So I'm telling you to say this, that you may not have a need, and now you're hearing the name and not doing something, but when you have the need and you hear the need, you gotta go.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the Bible says she heard that Jesus was passing that way. See, sometimes we don't take retrospect as to things that happen. We don't take into account that when we take a retrospect in our family background, that the devil just got through messing with somebody that we are related to. The devil just got through messing with somebody that is closer to us. And then the devil starts to mess with us. And when we hear the name called Jesus, we can serve in notice. And this is what she did. She said the bond stopped here.
Yes, sir.
The Bible says she got up. She heard a name and she got up. And she said, enough. I got blood issue. My finances are gone. My health is worse. It's enough. Let me tell you something. She stood up. If you don't possess what's yours, the enemies will take what belongs to you. The Bible says her finances went. She was still there. Not the devil finances. Her finances went. And she was sitting. She suffered many things. She was still sitting. Her condition grew worse. She was still sitting. She tried to ignore it. But I believe she felt that her faith, one day I will get well. Now, my question to you is, and that way I asked myself, one day the Lord asked me, I had to take into consideration. If you're not careful and you run from one thing, you will keep running from everything. Because you will see everything as impossible. But my question is that was asked of me. When will you stop running from reality? This woman had to stop running from reality there and say, I am sick, my finances are gone, my condition is worse, and I must face it. When? And so she stood up. She stood up and said, I must face this. You got to understand that you got to stop running and face whatever you have to face and deal with it. She said, I must deal with it. She said, I've been rolling over every night in my bed and waking up and still have not conquered this. She sat down. As long as you are a spectator, the devil is already with that. But as soon as you arise, you start to lift up your head and go after your stuff, he breaks loose. Because he knows there's something that you're going after that he don't want you to become. I see millionaires here, but he after it. I see doctors here, but he after it. I see lawyers here, but he after it. I see entrepreneurs here, he after it. I see dignitaries here, but he after it. I see diplomats here, he after it. I see ministers here, he after it. I see people a high caliber here, but he's after it. As long as you stand up and lift up your hair, all hair break loose. He don't know you when you're sitting down. He knows you when you stand up and say, I must change this thing. I will get up and I will fight.
Amen. Amen. Amen.
She got up and she said, I must go after it. You mean you're going to just sit there and let the devil take your stuff? You haven't realized that you are in a fight? Oh, God. You know, one thing I've said on Thursday, I don't know for those of you who were here. I say again, most church folks don't realize they are in a fight. They become so carnal, they believe that, well, you can get happy. They misfortune, is just happy. Their disappointment, is just happy. Their situation, is just happy. They accept it as the new normal. Nothing done, just happy. The day you walk into the house of God, you started a fight. You stood up and you started a fight because you noticed that your parents did not start a fight. They were easy with that. Your mom didn't start a fight. Your pa didn't start your fight. Your people related to you didn't start a fight. But you stood up and decided, I'm going for my stuff. than this. I can't remain in a position. I've got to be better than this. There's something greater than me. And then all of a sudden, all hell break loose. Your home start to fall apart. Your finances start to fall apart. Diseases start to come from everywhere. You become a Job. Can't understand why everything is happening. It's because you decided to be somebody else. That's what it is. The woman said, I will get up. Not only will I stand up, I will fight. Why? Because 2 Corinthians 10:3-4 says, for we walk, though we walk in the flesh, we do not walk after the flesh. For our weapon of warfare are not carnal, but a mighty through God for the pulling down of stronghold. What am I saying? If you find out that your home is falling apart, it's mean there's a fight against your home. If you find out your finances are falling apart, there's a fight against your family. If you find out that your children are coming apart, there's a fight against your children. You can't sit there and don't do anything. You got to stand up. Say, I'm standing up. I will now sit down and allow the devil. He don't want. He want to take the second. He took my home. He want to take my job. He took my finances. He want to take my children. I will stand up and I will fight. He's a liar. Oh, understand me, somebody. Understand me, somebody. The Bible says, and I said it, and flesh shall not rise. The second time, he did it once. Don't allow him to do it again. He will come again. But when he comes, you tell him the first time you came, I was sitting down. This time, I'm standing up. Not only am I standing up, I'm going to fight. Don't overlook me. I'm a little small, but I can fight. Don't overlook me. I may have age, but I can fight. Don't overlook me. I may be slave, but I can fight. Don't overlook me. I may be fat, but I can fight. Don't overlook me. I may be setting, but I can fight. It took a David, a boy like David, to overcome a Goliath. Nothing is impossible with God. If I'm speaking of somebody, somebody shout hallelujah. Stand up and fight. Ephesians 6:10-12. Say, Father, little brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Put on the full armor of God, that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities and powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Let me tell you something. Take it for Job. Everybody that God connect to you have a purpose and have a mission. Don't sit there. Don't run on and you sitting. Oh, hear me, somebody. Your fire, your disease come, and you wear it. Your finances going, and you still sitting. Your condition getting worse, and you still sitting. He attacked your home, and you still sitting. He like it, he can leave. They like it, they can leave. No, let me tell you something. Unless God tells me, but he gotta fight on his hands. Oh yes, somebody. He gotta fight on the hand. Because when he take your husband, he will come for the wife. If he take the wife, he will come for the children. If he take the children, he will come for the home. Both of them fight. 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 I cannot surrender unless God says so. I've got to fight. Because whoever God brought in my life is for a purpose. I can't allow that person to go through the door. I gotta fight. If I will fight with my loud drop of blood, I will fight. That's why the woman said, I can't let it go. Fight. Wrestle not against flesh and blood.
Amen.
They got young girls so much in the demonic word that they're taking people's husbands and capturing them in the demonic word. I cast every spirit. I command every sacrifice, every demonic attack against marriages to make people's husbands leave them. I serve you notice. If you know the God I serve, I want to give you warning. I don't care what sacrifice you made. I don't care what blood you shed. I don't care what you did. The God Jehovah, the God Jehovah, the God Jehovah, the God Jehovah, the God Jehovah is delivering our husband. The God Jehovah is delivering our husband. The God Jehovah is delivering our husband. Fight. It started from somewhere. Everything has a beginning. Fight for your territory. Whether it's your kids, fight for it. Whether it's your finances, fight for it. Whether it's your job, fight for it. Whether it's your resources, fight for it. Let to somebody say, fight for it. Your energy. Oh, you may have to fight for some stuff that you took for granted. Fight for it. Fight. Take to somebody and say, I will fight. Hallelujah. Take to somebody and say, I will fight. Bible says in 5:28, go back there. Oh, you wrote the scripture. Please go back there to 5:28 before I wind down. In 5:28. Oh, go back there, please. 5:28. Oh, Jesus. For she said, if I may touch his, the power say close. But he said, if I touch the hem of his garment, she was sure of one thing. I will be made whole. She didn't say I will. She said I will. I just have to do one thing. And that is I have to touch. There is no way she was sitting down to touch. She had to stand up.
She has to move.
Move towards it.
Yep. That's it. That's a war.
The enemy had captured territory. Don't give your territory to the enemy. First and foremost, in order for you to have a territory, you must claim ownership. And the problem is, most of us don't know our territories. But in Deuteronomy chapter 11, verse 24, the word